Good evening and welcome on a snowy evening to the Palace here in Coldwater High School, where tonight WSN brings you a Midwest Athletic Conference matchup between the St. Henry Redskins and the Coldwater Cavaliers. Our presenting sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Mark Shine, Jack McGuire here. Jack, interesting matchup. One team's 1-1 in the conference. That would be St. Henry. Coldwater's 1-0. Interesting matchup tonight in the MAC.
It certainly is an interesting matchup. You got St. Henry on a 2-game win streak, and then you got Coldwater playing only their second home game so far. I know it's early, but still, only 2 home games. That's quite the situation. But let's take a look at some of the keys of the game right now. First, the visiting team, St. Henry. They got to work inside a little bit. They got to get some easy shots going and share the ball. They only shoot 26% from 3, 41 overall, and they average 10 assists a game. So they got to work the ball around a little bit, and then they got to force turnovers and turn them into points. Nearly 10 steals a game for the Redskins, and then 142 deflections, which basically tells me that they have some active hands on defense. Looking at Coldwater, they need to just commit on defense. They only allow 46 points per game, and they win by an average margin of 10 points per game. And then they got to play follow the leader. And Balin Blockberger pacing this team, 19 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. But his supporting cast needs to be ready. That way, if St. Henry really focuses in on him, they can get the job done in his place.
St. Henry comes in with 4 wins and 5 losses. They are 1-1 in the MAC. They will start number 2. Carson Herod is a 5'10 senior. Number 3, Brody Schwartz, 6-foot senior. Number 5 is Max Delsite, 6'3 junior. Number 10, Jack Hillsman, the leading scorer. He's a 6'1 junior, averaging 10 points a game. And number 14 is Charlie Whirling. He is a 6'2 junior. Coldwater, 4-3. They are 1-0 in the MAC with a win over New Knoxville. They will start number 5, Balin Brockberger. Number 11, Brady Layfeld. Number 14, Mason Welch. Number 21, Owen Kunk, a 6'7 senior. And number 33, Miles Potcotter, who is a 6-foot senior. It is St. Henry. They are here to play Coldwater. It's a snowy night outside. It's a hot night in the gymnasium. Opening tip-off after this. You're watching high school basketball, WOSN. We're back at the Palace, where tonight our scoreboard sponsor is Layfeld Welding Industrial Supplies. Locations in Coldwater and in Greenville. St. Henry comes in 4-5, 1-1. They average 52 points a game. They give up 59. Coldwater Cavaliers 4-3, 1-0 in the conference play. They average 57 and they give up 46.7. They are 1-0 in conference play with a win over New Knoxville. St. Henry has split games. They defeated New Bremen 46-49 and lost to Minster 66-34. Officiating crew tonight, Eric Schwab, Clay Irvin, and Tom Riepenoff, a veteran crew here this evening, and you can see the introductions of starting lineups. And Jack, we mentioned a little bit in your pregame. I know you brought him up, Balin Blockberger. We think of him as being a quarterback, which he is outstanding in that area. Watching him play basketball the last couple of years, he's an outstanding high school basketball player as well.
Oh, yeah, and the stats tell the tape. 19 points per game, clearly the number 1 man on this offense. But he adds 5 rebounds, 3 assists, still likes to get people involved, and still likes to take control of the game when he feels necessary. But something I want to see is, can Owen Kunk get involved? He has a significant height advantage in this one. He's the 3rd leading scorer on this team. Can they get him going down low and maybe open up not only some outside shots, but take advantage of the height?
This is a St. Henry team. They are led by Jack Hillsman, who's scoring 10 points a game, but they have 9 other players who average at least 3 points a game. So they kind of get it done by committee and by having multiple players on the floor. So Sanders in the red this evening, in the white trim. They will be going from right to left on your screen. And in the center jump circle will be Owen Kunk, and he will jump center with Charlie Whirling, and we are underway. This is Blockberger with the basketball right now, 6'4 senior, and to the wing it goes to Brady Layfeld. Look down inside, trying to post up inside to Mason Welch. Here's Blockberger to the rim, and we're going to get a block, and we'll get our first free throws of the game. Our free throw sponsor tonight is Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available, 800-776-3097. The first foul will go to Brody Schwartz. And Balin Blackberger, who shoots 73% from the free throw line, will roll in his first point of the game.
And I like that early on. I mentioned it during the game. Get it going in. We need to see both these teams get it going inside, so the aggressive drive is good to see.
Pair of free throws for Balin Blackberger, and home team with an early 2-0 lead. Down the corner it goes to Delsite, where's number 5 and back on top. Charlie Whirling. You can see the Redskins playing 5 out, flashing guys to the block. Carson Harrod. This is going to be a long 3 from Whirling. Charlie Whirling lights the lamp. Our 3-point field goal sponsor today is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living into your backyard every day with luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. St. Henry with a steal. Trying to get loose. It is Hilsman. This is Whirling, who just made the 3. He's got 5 of those on the season now. Delsite gets a 3. Back-to-back 3 splashes. St. Henry.
Fearless, this St. Henry team right now, because they're very well defended on the outside, but they're just going down.
It is a St. Henry team which traditionally shoots a lot of 3s. They average 5+ makes per game as Blackberger goes to the rim. He's not able to finish inside. Schwartz rebounds. 6-2 early on, Redskins. Here's another 3 that's going to go up. That rebound on the backside by Brady Layfeld. Pass ahead to Miles Potcotter. Pull-up jumper for Miles. Off glass. Nope. Rebound Delsite.
And you see Balin Blackberger early on trying to get himself going because he knows he's going to need to do that.
And we are going to get an offensive foul inside. That will go. Brody Schwartz already has 2 fouls. He'll be replaced by number 22, Austin Zimmerman, 6'3" freshman. And conversation, coaching staff. Brody, I like when coaches guy just made a mistake, right?
Oh,
bring him out of the game. Let's have a conversation with him, explain why, and get him ready to play later on. 6-2 early on, Redskins. Blackberger. 6'4" guard. Kunk looks inside. This is Potcotter off a catch.
Beautiful
and scores.
pass.
Yes, it was.
Beautiful pass and just wide open. Great ball movement led to that.
There's a 3 that's going to go up. That's short. The rebound comes to Owen Kunk. The push ahead they do with Brady Layfeld. Back up. Potcotter looks inside, and we're going to get a 3-second call.
This Redskins.
And Jack, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We are January 10th. I think that is the first 3-second call I've seen this year. I think. They try to talk you out of it. Yeah, they try to talk you out of the lane now, and obviously somebody didn't get out of there on time, and they call it game interrupters. They prefer not to do it. This is going to be a 3 that's going to go up from Delsite. Bounces around. Nope. Rebound comes to Mason Welch.
And this is a team that is not scared to shoot 3s. 176 attempts on the year. They're only making 26% though, and that's kind of the tail of the paper right now in this one.
3 minutes into this, it's 6-4 Redskins on a pair of made 3 field goals. Lob pass goes over to Potcotter. He looks down inside. It's tipped away. Good defensive play by Carson Herrick.
And I talked about it pregame, those deflections, active hands, especially against such a size disadvantage down low.
Number 24, Aiden Feely checks in. It's a short bank shot. It's going to go up. Not successful. Potcotter soaring in for the rebound. Fights for it. It ends up into the hands of Nolan Mesher, just checked in. He wears number 22. And trying to get to the rim was Feely. He got cut off, and we'll have our first Coldwater foul. That will go against Brady Layfeld.
I mentioned it behind the arc, but there does seem to be an aggressiveness to St. Henry, whether they're taking the shots outside or trying to get in transition.
Potcotter with a steal. It's 3-on-1 the other way. Blackberger pulls up. Potcotter goes up, and he has his second basket of the opening quarter. We're tied at 6.
Not the cleanest bit of transition, but good to go.
Timeout. This timeout will be called by St. Henry. 4:31 to go, opening quarter. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. We're back at Coldwater High School. Our free throw sponsor tonight is Burke Petroleum, now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available, 800-776-3097. And on our Layfield Welding Industrial Supply scoreboard, we're tied at 6. First time out goes to the St. Henry Redskins. Coldwater's going to stay man-to-man, and you can see the basketball being advanced by number 33 out front. That was Landon Schwartz. Working the lanes. This is going to be a jumper by Eli Broering. That missed from the corner. Long pass ahead, and finishing off glass is Mason Welch.
Beautiful.
Out in transition they go.
Beautiful outlet pass there. And an impressive finish with the defender right there waiting for him.
Top of the circle, Braden Heath. This is a Redskin team that plays a lot of guys, and they will try to get you in volume. Long three-point field goal, Charlie Whirling. He's got a pair of those in the opening quarter. Sponsored by Ultimate Outdoor.
First quarter, he's already doubled his season average. Only averages 3 points in this early season.
Pot cutter ball faked and then brought it back out. Brady Layfield working the lane. Ball fake by Mason Welch. His pull-up jumper goes. Mason Welch has 4 in the opening quarter.
And he's really, really trying to get himself going, knowing that Blockberger's going to need some help if they focus in on him.
Mason Welch averages 8.6 points per game. He is second. Owen Kunk is third at 8.4. Trying to work inside. Reverse layup and scoring inside is Austin Zimmerman.
And that's what you want to see at this point. The Redskins hoisting a lot of outside shots early, whether they're contested or open. You got to try and get it going near the rim.
Owen Kunk picks up his first foul, and to the free throw line will be Zimmerman. He is a 50% free throw shooter this season, shooting a Burke Petroleum free throw. See if he can complete the three-point play with his team up 1 and 3:01 to go here on opening quarter. That he does. St. Henry has struggled at the free throw line some this year. Coach Rosenbeck glad to see him get started well there in that area. Blockberger breaks the press. Welsh heads baseline and powers up, gets it blocked. Knocked away by the 6'3 Zimmerman. Here's a long pass ahead. Headed to the rim is Heath. Missed it. And the ball is ripped away by Cody Depwig.
Now you're going to see a little bit of an even playing field with Kunk on the bench.
That was a pretty move by Balin Blockberger. Points 3 and 4 for him in the opening quarter. Ties it at 12.
And it's so smooth for him, just getting to his spot and rising up.
You can see out front, Landon Schwartz is called for carrying the basketball. Back into the basketball game comes Delph and Whirling for Coach Rosenbeck. Tied at 12, 2:26 to go. Caleb Schreier working the press that time. Both teams making multiple substitutions. Blockberger to the corner goes. Schreier open for a moment and then gets it blocked. But Blockberger swoops in, grabs the loose change, and picks it up and scores.
Well, you definitely want to take that shot when you got it, but it's nice having Balin Blockberger there to help clean things up when you need it.
This three is going to go up by Delsite. Back to the rim it goes. Rebound to Landon Kanapke. Kanapke. Mason Welch. Blockberger takes a three look. Back to the rim it goes. And the rebound in the backside. Cody Depwig fighting with a St. Henry Redskin, and it will end up being Redskin basketball.
And you like to see in a matchup like this, both teams wanting to make their name known in the league this year, especially Coldwater, going at each other.
Wing pass into the hands of Jack Hilsman. On top it goes. Parrott into the lane, floater. Nope, rebound. Landon Kanapke approaching the first minute mark of our opening quarter. Schreier. And then Welch. Mason Welch always looking to attack the rim. Bounce pass down the side. Blockberger's got height. Spins into the lane. Short jumper. Got it. 8 in the opening quarter for Balin.
Short jumper on the soft touch. Not afraid to work the post. We say 6'4" guard, but he knows where he needs to be and at what times.
Wing pass whirling. Charlie throws it down into the corner to Delsite. That was a really nice back cut by Jack Hillsman. The pass was a bit low, and now Coldwater with 37.6 can think about last shot of the quarter.
And he saw him the whole way, just couldn't get it to him, but St. Henry staying in it early, making this a game. It doesn't really feel like momentum swinging either side quite yet.
Layfeld, Brady with the basketball. Beats the press. To the corner it goes. 3 ball's going to go up from Kanapke. Good check out on the rebound, but got a foul on the rebound inside. Eli Broering had the basketball knocked loose from him. You can see that foul went to Brady Layfeld. That's Brady's second here in the opening quarter. I'll get it to you. See St. Henry playing last shot. Trying to work inside, and a little spin move, doesn't go. Foul shot a little bit late. And we played our opening quarter here. Coldwater 16 and St. Henry 12. 8 minutes in the book. Back after this, you're watching high school basketball on WOSN. At Coldwater, our presenting sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Opening quarter, Balin Blockberger has 8, 4 for Mason Welch, 4 for Miles Potcotter. 16 in the books in the opening quarter for the home team. Charlie Worley made a pair of 3-point field goals. He's got 6. Austin Zerman has 3, as does Max Delsight for St. Henry.
It's a classic MAC matchup. Both these teams not giving each other an inch, most notably on the defensive end. Each team really aggressive and in the other's face. This is what you want to see from a conference matchup like this.
It'll be St. Henry basketball to start quarter number 2. You see they're working the perimeter. This is Herod trying to run a backdoor cut. Blockberger got his hands on it and stole it. He averages 2.3 steals per game. 6'4", rangy, and great anticipation. Basketball's on top of Schreier. Blockberger on the wing. And we're going to get a blocking foul. As he was trying to get loose from Eli Broering, Eli's first foul. It's a lob pass out front, Blockberger. Schreier come off a couple of screens. Pass inside, Kunk, turnaround jumper, missed it. Gets his own rebound, put back up and score. Owen Kunk's in the books.
That's what you want. Get him open down low. Even if he's not going to get it the first time, he's big enough, he'll clean his own mess. I promise you.
Owen Kunk, second team all-conference a year ago in the MAC. Balin Blockberger was a first team all-conference player. Cody Schwartz gets to do the inbound duties. Trapped in the corner, gets it out. Ends up in the hands of Schwartz, and they reset. It's like a hockey line substitution. Eric Rosenbeck sending 4 guys in. That is not uncommon for how they have played this year. Tip loose, Schreier heads to the rim, and Caleb finishes his first basket. Puts his team up 8.
A quick start for Coldwater. If you're St. Henry, you don't want to let this one get away too early.
And as soon as the ball got over midcourt, Eric Rosenbeck said, I need a second timeout in this one. 6:42 to go, second quarter. Coldwater by 8. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Today's scoreboard is sponsored by Layfeld Industrial Welding Supplies with locations in Coldwater and in Greenville. And I think Jack McGuire hit it right on the head. It was 4 points at the quarter. First 4 points of this quarter goes to Coldwater, and Coach Rosenbeck needed a timeout.
That's a perfect timeout. You don't want your guys to overthink this. It's just a quick 4 points. It's still a single-digit game early in the second quarter, but momentum definitely swinging toward Coldwater due to their defense. So a good timeout by Coach Rosenbeck to calm his guys down.
Number 33 with the basketball is Landon Schwartz. Comes off a screen, gets picked up by Kunk. Wing pass ends up the hands of Braden Heath. He's trying to get to the rim. Spin move and a little short jumper over Kunk. Battle for the rebound inside goes to Austin Zimmerman. This is a three that's going to go up from Schwartz. Another rebound for Zimmerman. Whirling wanted to get a three. He's made a couple, and now he's got another one. Charlie Whirling, who had made 4 3-point field goals on the season, now has 3 in this game. 3 points field goals brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living in your backyard every day with luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. You'll take that coming out of a timeout, right?
Absolutely.
That 8-point lead, make it 5. And 3 back the other way, won't go, but the rebound is put back up and in by Miles Potcotter. He's got 6.
And for this Redskins team, maybe keep feeding the hot hand of Whirling. You want to have somebody start taking control.
Looking to see if that was going to fall. Landon Schwartz, the 6'1 freshman, got a defender up in the air and will draw contact. He will get to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair of Burke Petroleum free throws. Foul went to Mason Welch. Mason's first. Landon Schwartz, 6'1 freshman. And makes his first free throw. It's his first point of the game. That reminds me of the JV game tonight. Went to Coldwater, 52-39. You see the freshman Schwartz make that one. Landon's second opportunity, averages 4 points a game. Austin Zimmerman got his hand on yet another ball. He's a 6'3 freshman with long arms. Here's a 2-3 zone from St. Henry. Kanapke and then Blockberger. Off a screen. Blockberger throws it inside. Welch kicks it back out to Kanapke. Is that freshman a rebounder, Jack? It seems like every rebound lately goes to Austin Zimmerman.
Anytime the ball's going near him, he's the one that's at least got a hand on it, knocking it away, corralling it. He is everywhere on the boards.
This three is going to go up from Del Site. He's got 2 of those in the game. He's got 13 of them on the season. It's back to a 3-point lead. Timeout did its magic.
And that's what you want to see. The Redskins not usually seeing threes go down. This second quarter, they're starting to get them going.
Blockberger got himself into the foul line area, and the rebound came to Landon Schwartz, but in trying to fight his way out of traffic, he double dribbled the basketball, and Owen Kunk returns.
And for the Redskins, it feels like early on, they may not have that mindset, but it's live or die by the 3. They've only gotten inside a few times. They've gotten a couple fouls off of it, but it seems like that arc on the court is where they're living.
15 of the 19 points for St. Henry have come from 19 feet 9 inches. Mayfeld gives it up. Blockberger for 3. That goes off back of the rim. Kunk rebounds that one and goes up strong and scores inside. He's got 4 points all in this quarter.
And you mentioned Strong, just going straight up, knowing he's got that advantage, keeping the ball above his head, not bringing it back down, and going back up and putting it in.
Carson Hara was trying to get to the rim. He was fouled, however, by Landon Kanapke. Landon's first. And looking at the scoreboard, looks like just the second of the quarter. Landon Schwartz, hands off out front. Del Site tried to run a backdoor cut, well guarded by Kunk. Schwartz. And then Zimmerman on top. Del Site way out by the volleyball line.
A great job moving defensively by Coldwater, switching when they need to, not letting an inch on this side of the court.
Delsite working in the lane and can't get loose. Good defensive possession by the Cavaliers. Three, going to go up. That missed everything by Landon Schwartz. And the rebound gets saved into the hands of Cavalier. Kunk goes to the rim, has it stripped loose. And they have to bring it back out and reset. There's a floater in the lane.
It looks like Kunk might be injured on his hand, might have jammed a finger.
You can see that Austin Zimmerman went up for the rebound that time, and it bounced off the head of off of a Cavalier. I was waiting to see. Coach Fisher thought it was off of St. Henry, waiting to see what the call is, and it didn't go off of Coldwater, so it'd be St. Henry basketball trailing by 5 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Let's see if they can string together another defensive possession like they did on the last one. Work to perfection, ending in air ball.
Schwartz goes to the rim and steps his way through the lane, but couldn't finish. Pretty move, just didn't fall. Blockberger goes the other way. Hesitation move. Good pass cross court, but it gets blocked from behind.
If you're a basketball fan, everything about that possession was just fun. You see Blockberger using his ability to handle the ball, getting to the cup, slipping a pass, and then defensively knowing where the ball's at and just swatting it away.
Lob pass goes out to Blockberger. 8 points for him in the opening quarter. Has not scored this quarter. There's a three that's going to go up from Layfeld. Blockberger rebounds. Tried to throw a bounce pass inside and eventually ends up in Cavaliers' hands. Kanapke works the lane where he will be fouled. That goes to Landon Schwartz, Landon's first foul. And here comes that four-person line change again. Jack. I like how they do that. You know, it's a consistent thing. Always somebody subbing at the scores table. You know you're going to get to play a lot of minutes. You're going to stay fresh.
And you got to find somebody who's going to get you the necessary minutes and productive minutes at that. So why not just work it around?
Blockberger thought he was going to reverse layup, did not, but he becomes the first player in the game in double figures with 10. The lead goes back to 7.
And when in doubt, get it in his hands.
Zimmerman on the wing, pressure by Blockberger. Skip pass out to the corner. This is going to be a three. This goes up from Broering. Eli Broering now has 7 of those on the season, his first of this evening.
It seems like each substitution group, there's somebody who's hitting their threes in the group.
They've made 6 threes today, have St. Henry. That bounces around. And the rebound, yet again, to Austin Zimmerman.
A little far on that one for Balin Blockberger.
Pass inside and reverse layup, and the finish will go to Brody Schwartz. And we're back to a 2-point game, under 90 seconds to go in the second.
St. Henry just not saying die, not worrying about those past defensive possessions that didn't go their way. Now they get a 3, then a wide open man in transition on the next possession, making this a 2-point game.
Been an 8-point quarter for Coldwater. Blockberger gets those to the rim, spin shot, kisses it off the glass for points 11 and 12.
What a move, just hang in the air, and I'm sure he had a cup of tea while he was up there before he laid that one in.
Some English on the basketball to spin it off the glass and in, under a minute to go. That goes to Brody Schwartz. And I think St. Henry is happy if Coldwater doesn't come out and get him. They will play last shot of the opening half.
Patient indeed.
Trying to work inside. This is Heath. And he gets it stripped loose, knocked loose by Brady Layfeld. We'll go the other way. Blockberger, hesitation move, gets it to Kunk. Kunk spins in the lane, gets it blocked. And it will stay with Coldwater with 13.8 to go.
These two teams defensively are just going at it. Yes, we've seen plenty of offense, but the defense these guys are playing, both in the half court and transition, is impressive to say the least.
13.8 to go. See if the Cavs take last shot here, the opening half. To the corner it goes to Schreier, and back on top, Blockberger. Working against the zone, into the lane. Clock's running down. Blockberger deep three. Bank shot. No. Put back up Welch, and it won't fall to buzzer. We played 16 minutes. Coldwater will be up by 4 to break. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. It's halftime at Coldwater. The home team leads 28-24 over St. Henry. Mark Schein, along with Jack McGuire. Jack, couple keys you're thinking about here at halftime?
Well, for St. Henry, I like what they're doing outside. They're not afraid to shoot the three ball, and it's working in their favor. Whirling leading the way with 3 of his own. And then you look at Coldwater, and it's exactly what I mentioned during pregame. It's Balin Blockberger and friends. Balin's getting his tonight. He's getting to the cup. He's distributing. And the guys he's getting them to are doing their job, especially Owen Kunk. He's had a couple point-blank shots that have gone in. But for both these squads, I absolutely love the intensity they are showing on defense. Neither of them want to give an inch. They're switching when they need to. They're getting in your face. And it's just great to see a conference matchup like this with so much defensive intensity.
St. Henry has quarter scores of 12 and 12. They have made 6 three-point field goals in the opening half. That's 18 of their 24 points. They are led by Charlie Whirling with 9 on 3 three-point field goals. Coldwater has quarter scores of 16 and 12 for their 28. Balin Blockberger has 12 for them. Miles Potcotter has 6. We'll be back. Second half action right after this. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. From the Palace, our presenting sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Coldwater on top, 28-24 as we go to second half action. The Cavaliers have Wayne Trace in here on Saturday night, and then they really hit 2 of the top teams in the MAC coming up next week on Tuesday night. They will be at Delphos St. John's on Friday night. They will be at Versailles before coming home on Saturday the 18th to play St. Mary's. We'll give you the St. Henry schedule coming up a little bit later on as Coldwater will start the second half with the basketball. And they're going to be facing man-to-man after St. Henry played a lot of zone in quarter number 2. Kunk's going to set a screen for Blockberger, so does Welch. This is Mason Welch. Nobody's in foul trouble if you're concerned about that right now. As Kunk has a kick-out pass. It's going to end up in the corner to Potcotter. Nope. Kunk fights for the rebound, and who got the foul? It looks like it went to...
It is on Kunk.
It is on Owen Kunk. He has 2 fouls, as does Brady Layfeld. Brody Schwartz has 2 for St. Henry. So nobody in any real foul trouble as we start the third 8-minute session. Herod working with the basketball. It goes to the wing to Charlie Whirling. Pair of 14s matched up against each other. Down to the corner it goes. And ball fake and headed to the rim that time was Brody Schwartz, and he was fouled by Owen Kunk. And just as I said that, Jack, he's got 3 fouls. 6'7" senior with 4 points in the game, all in quarter number 2. Looks like we're going to get Cody Depwig into the game for him.
And looking at Coldwater, as soon as Whirling got that ball, Mason Welch knew the assignment. Get in his face, don't give him an inch.
Brody Schwartz is the inbounder. Bounce pass inside, gets a shot blocked by Blockberger and taken away from him.
What an impressive block. Such athleticism on that one. He got up to make sure that one wasn't going in.
Blockberger into the lane. Welch faked a 3 and now goes up. Missed that shot. Layfield gets rebound and is fouled on the rebound. He is fouled by Brody Schwartz, and now Brody Schwartz has 3 fouls. So conversation about nobody being in foul trouble went wayside very quickly. And here comes Austin Zimmerman back in, the very active freshman. He has 3 points in the opening half, has a ton of boards. 3 out of the corner by Layfeld, missed. in the fight for the rebound. We're going to get a foul, I think. Let's take a look at it. It is. The foul will go to Brady Layfeld. Now Brady Layfeld has 3 fouls, and his team has 3 fouls here in quarter number 3 in 70 seconds.
Mark, this is why you don't say they're not in foul
trouble, I know.
Because it automatically ensues that they get in foul trouble. You know the rule.
The WOSN Jinx, we're really good at that. You can see out top is Brody Schwartz. He will hand off to Whirling. Skip pass gets a hand on it and ends up into the hands of Delsite. A ragged start here to quarter number 3 as nobody's scored here. Here's a steal and headed to the rim is Layfeld. Bounce pass across to Blockberger. Somebody got a hand on it. And Blockberger was standing out of bounds when it got slapped off of him. I didn't see who it was, Jack, but somebody got back in a hurry and made a good defensive play.
Oh, yeah, and that's been the tale. It's just these two, whether it's kind of sporadic and maybe not exactly clean, they're getting after it. If it's not going to be clean, they're going to make sure the other person doesn't score no matter what.
Eli Broering with the basketball. To Whirling.
And that's who they are not letting get anything, no matter when he has the ball or where he has it.
Zimmerman trying to get loose, and here's a nice back cut, and that shot's blocked by Blockberger and hit off the head of Eli Broering. Will give Coldwater the basketball.
And Blockberger, kind of an easy one there because Broering was a little far from the basket. I don't know if he really realized where he caught it, but tried to hoist that one behind him, and Blockberger just told him, no, sir.
There's the 2-3 zone from St. Henry, which was effective for them for the majority of quarter number 2. Blockberger's trying to work the interior right now. Now he steps out to the perimeter, gets a 3 look. Short. Rebound to Broering.
Yeah, both offenses starting this one cold a little bit, but the defense is helping affect that. So one side of the ball has not missed a beat coming out of the half.
Austin Zimmerman gives it up onto the wing. Now the pass goes down inside, and it went off the arm of Brady Layfeld. Will stay with St. Henry as Brody Schwartz, excuse me, not Brody Schwartz, but then Kanapke will enter along with Braden Heath. Trying to get in lane was Zimmerman and could not do that. This is the other freshman, Landon Schwartz. He checked in a moment ago also. Zimmerman, nice pass down inside as he found a cutting Braden Heath who couldn't finish and finally gets that one blocked out of bounds.
And he wants that one back.
Yeah.
You can see it in his body language. When you're left that wide open and completely lose the defense, those are the ones you need to go down. But lucky for them, they still hold on to possession.
Brody Schwartz averages 6 a game. That was an unfortunate sequence for him right there. Those are shots he normally would make. 4:42 to go, and nobody's scored here in quarter number 3. High on top it goes to Landon Schwartz. Landon got cut off trying to get baseline. Charlie Whirling takes a deep 3, bounces around. Blockberger had the rebound, was fouled from behind though. He was whacked on the arm by Max Delsite. Max's first foul.
And it felt like Whirling just a little desperate in hoisting that one.
And 3.5 minutes into quarter number 3 with neither team scoring. Coldwater takes a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Today's scoreboard is sponsored by Layfeld Industrial Welding Supplies with locations in Coldwater and in Greenville. And here in quarter number 3, neither team's been able to dent the scoreboard. The defense has been very rugged and very active, I think, Jack.
Yes, the defense kept its momentum coming out of the half, and the offenses, they've had some good moments. Obviously, they haven't scored, but it also has been a little all over the place here and there, and just the ball not finding the basket. Prime example was that Braden Heath miss from point blank range with nobody around him. And it just seems like there's a lid on the basket this half, and it's time for one of these teams to figure out how to pry that bad boy open.
That was Cavaliers' first time out of the basketball game. So Henry's used 2. And to the wing, the pass goes to Schreier. Back on top, it goes to Kanapke. So Henry's in their 2-3 match zone right now. You can see him passing people off and looking for cutters. Blockberger from 14 feet. And he will elevate and score. That's a way to end the scoreless quarter.
And if anybody was going to do it, he's the one you circle to do so. He knows when to take over and knows when his team needs a bucket.
Telside had it stripped loose by Blockberger. It ends up into the hands of Depwig, and then a steal and a score. That's going to go to Landon Zimmerman, and Cody Depwig's going to get the foul.
Now both, once again, that WSN effect. We mentioned that there was a lid on the basket, and now both teams out of that timeout find a way to score.
Landon Schwartz has 3 as he gets an opportunity to shoot a Burke Petroleum free throw. Burke Petroleum offering propane for residential, farms, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable and available, 800-776-3097 as he makes the free throw, giving him 4 points on the game and cuts the lead to 3. This is Schreier, and Blockberger working in the middle of the zone. Left-handed scoop shot. He's got 16 now.
Way to attack it, just working the ball inside out. The defense finally breaks down, and Blockberger sees the opening, sticks with just one hand to lay it up and in.
Landon Schwartz just right to the rim and scored. Worked his way down inside, and he scored to cut it to 3-point lead again. Kanapke goes to the rim. Landon Kanapke has his first basket of the game, pushes the lead back to 5.
Mark, I think they found the offense now. They just needed to take an extra break.
The outside, and this gives it up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman works inside. He's doubled up and throws it into the hands of Caleb Schreier. Kunk's back in the basketball game with those 3 fouls we saw a moment ago. Blockberger wanted to take it up and could not. Mason Welch, Blockberger again. Spins, 15-foot turnaround jump shot, and it will roll out on him. And the rebound comes to Charlie Whirling. And Owen Kunk picked up foul number 4, and Owen needed to be careful there. He demonstrated a little bit, and I think good restraint from our official to could have teed him up right there, which would have counted his 5th foul towards disqualification.
There's been a couple emotional moments for this Coldwater team. It started with Cody Depwig on that foul, and now Kunk not liking the call there. So you have a 5-point lead, a little bit of foul trouble. Just got to keep a calm head as this game progresses.
Charlie Whirling will get a couple of free throws, as that's the 5th foul of the quarter on Coldwater. I don't think there was any disrespect meant. I think he was just frustrated with himself and the call, and the officiating crew did a nice job of showing some restraint right there. Anyway, Owen Kunk's got 4 fouls with 2:27 to go here in quarter 3. First free throw missed from Charlie Whirling, and he will roll that one in. He becomes a double-figure scorer now with 10.
But seeing the emotion there, you know it's a MAC game when these two teams nearly midway through the season are still having emotion like this, knowing that they want to make their mark in this conference.
It was a 4-point quarter at 4-point lead at the halftime. It's 4 points again as Blockberger tried to work inside and gets it knocked away from him. Ball ends up in the hands of Carson Harrod.
That zone causing trouble again, trying to work it in and out, and they just honed in on him, was able to knock it away.
Cody Schwartz trying to work, can't find a teammate. Gets a nice pass, the reverse layup opportunity won't go for Hillsman.
I think he caught it a little off balance, just wanted to get something there.
Blockberger hounded out front by Braden Heath. And we're going to get a Coldwater timeout. 1:44 to go here in the quarter. I'm going to keep it right here. You can stream the WSN channel anytime, anywhere for only $8 per month. Don't download from Roku or Apple TV. or sign up at app.wsn.tv. It's a 34-30 lead from Coldwater as they've taken their timeout, second timeout of this quarter. We talked about the Coldwater schedule. On Tuesday night, St. Henry will go to Fort Recovery. Next Friday night, they will have New Knoxville at home before Saturday night, going on the road to play a very good Ottoville team on Saturday, the 18th. So still a 4-point lead for the Coldwater Cavaliers as Coach Fisher has taken his, he called that timeout, Jack, so they could throw T-shirts into the crowd.
Well, I think
that was the reason behind it.
That's a worthy timeout and a timeout that's absolutely worth it.
Each team has called 2 timeouts here in the basketball game. Coldwater's committed 5 fouls in the quarter, just 2 for St. Henry, and the ball will be out of bounds on the side with Landon Kanapke to do the honors. To Schreier on top, and Blockberger. Schreier looks again, Blockberger runs off a back screen. When Cody Depwick sets a screen on you, you are screened.
You're gonna feel it, maybe the next day too.
That was a move to the goal by Blockberger that drew contact. And it is on Brady Layfeld. Brady now has 4 fouls. He becomes, that's not Brady Layfeld, excuse me, wrong number 11, Jack. I put that on the wrong team. It's Braden Heath's first foul. Mason Welch. Caleb Schreier. Kanapke goes to 13 feet, passes it back out. Patient possession, Cavaliers. Blockberger's got Welch inside. And he gets his strip loose, knocked away. And to the rim, and Blockberger went up and was trying to avoid contact and got him anyway.
Yeah, it looked like number 2, Caleb Schreier, knew and heard Blockberger trailing him, and so he just goes up a little softer than maybe you would. Blockberger was ready for it and just overshot it for the foul.
Carson Herod will go to the free throw line. Played a lot of defense this evening. Hasn't scored yet as the 5'10" senior. And he makes his first of his Burke Petroleum free throws, I should say. Averages 4 points a game. Made 9 3-point field goals on the season. Does not have one of those yet this evening. Cuts the lead to 3 with a chance to take it to 2. Mason Welch rebounds. Under a minute to go. Kanapke into the lane. And we'll throw it back. And eventually gets set up to Caleb Schreier on top and down to Depwig on the wing. 3 is going to go up from Caleb Schreier. Bounces off the rim, and Mason Welch slapped it, but so did Landon Schwartz. It will stay with Coldwater.
And St. Henry, 2 straight possessions, having a decent defensive stand. That one, lucky for them, it doesn't go down, but the ball staying with Coldwater. Let's see if they can put that defensive intensity to work again.
Depwig inside, he is fouled. That goes to, I believe it's number 3, and it is Landon Kanapke. He has 2. That's the 4th team foul here in quarter number 3 for St. Henry. So no free throws yet, but there will be should they foul again. 27.3 to go, third quarter. Lob out to Balaam Blockberger. He pulls up from 10 feet and left it a bit short. Rebound comes to Austin Zimmerman. Now St. Henry can play last shot of the quarter. They've cut the deficit from 4 to 3. See what they do on the final possession of the quarter. Off a screen. Schwartz. And he made it.
Unbelievable.
Does that count? Does that count? Let's see what. Yes, it does.
Unbelievable.
The freshman, Landon Schwartz, ball faked, got his man up in the air. That would be Brody Schwartz. Nailed the 3-point field goal, and will have an opportunity for a free throw.
The presence of mind to do that at the end
Which
of the
he
quarter.
does. He's got 9 points in the quarter, 10 for the game, and his team will be up 1 as we head to the 4th. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. With a three-point field goal from Landon Schwartz right at the quarter break. Our three-point sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury space from Ultimate Outdoor. And our presenting sponsor is Ultimate Outdoor as well. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Appreciate their sponsorship this evening. Both of those areas, our presenting sponsor and three-point sponsor, and it is St. Henry basketball. They won the quarter 11-6. They've taken a 1-point lead, 35-34 as we head into quarter number 4. That was the 7th made three-point field goal of the game for St. Henry. 21 of their 35 points have come from there. That's Landon Schwartz who just made that. Actually, 4-point play at the end of the quarter. Trying to get loose is Jack Hilsman, and his pass ends up in Blockberger's hands. Numbers the other way to Kunk, and he hesitates, makes a reverse layup, and doesn't get the call. Mason Welch rebounded it. And into the lane, headed to the rim, was Brady Layfeld. Brady was fouled.
Great defense on the other end by Coldwater, especially after a play like that to finish the half for St. Henry. Coldwater not bending, or not breaking, just a little bend.
Welsh went to the rim and drew a blocking foul. That goes to Carson Herod. And we will get Burke Petroleum free throws. Burke Petroleum is now offering propane for residential, farm, commercial, and industrial users. Burke Petroleum, dependable, available, 800-776-3097. Mason Welch to shoot free throws.
And you know this one's going to be good down the stretch, and it's a good one right now because there just seems to be a tense atmosphere in here for how close this game is.
That one goes. And we're tied at 35 as Mason Welch has 5 points in the game. Wing pass into the hands of Braden Heath. He gets pass inside, and the finish will go to Austin Zimmerman. The active freshman's got 5 in the game now. The lead goes back to St. Henry.
Good recovery, saw him the whole way. Didn't get a clean hand on it, but was able to finish.
On the nice bounce pass from Brady Layfeld, Mason Welch will get fouled and go back to the free throw line. Who does that foul go to? It goes to Austin Zimmerman, the first foul of the game for him. Back to the free throw line goes Mason Welch. We split the pair a moment ago of Burke Petroleum free throws.
Mason Welch finding his place down low, getting aggressive.
6 points in the game for him. Whirling's back into the game, so is Max Delsite. Welch's second free throw this opportunity. That one also goes. He's got 7 points in the game now. 3 of 4 from the foul line all this quarter. We're tied at 37. There's Welch matched up on the perimeter with Herod. Bounce pass. And trying to go up through traffic, but unable to score. Zimmerman with another rebound. Here's a 3 out of the corner. That bounces around, and it gets tipped into Zimmerman's hand, and he missed. Delsite had a hand on it. There's a long pass ahead to Kunk, and Owen was just too deep and had to throw it off of a St. Henry Redskin to keep possession.
If you're St. Henry, you can't let that last possession get to you in a game like this. It's close. You're in this. Yes, you had 3 opportunities there, but you got to get back on defense, and you've got to prevent Coldwater from scoring despite what just happened.
Welsh, left-handed push shot in the lane, fights for his own rebound, but instead it comes up into the hands of Zimmerman. Schwartz was headed to the rim, and what's the call? Held ball. And the possession arrow favors Coldwater. Coach Rosenbeck said, I was trying to get a timeout. Nobody had it. Anybody had possession of the basketball, so he probably couldn't get a timeout right there. 6:06 to go. We're tied at 37.
Austin Zimmerman still staying on those boards. We mentioned in the first half how he was always there getting his hands on them. And in this quarter, when you need it most, he is right where you need him, getting and crashing the glass.
Miles Potcotter had it for a moment. This is Kanapke. Kunk, skip pass. Potcotter, and then back out to Blockberger. Kanapke down to the corner, goes to Potcotter. Pace of possession, Cavaliers. Blockberger. Welsh tried to bounce it inside, and we're going to get a scramble and a loose ball. Looks like it'll be a held ball situation, and it will favor St. Henry this time.
And great defensive possession by St. Henry, just staying patient on that one. Maybe not nearly as aggressive, but staying patient till that end. And somebody who we're not hearing for Coldwater early in this fourth quarter is Balin Blockberger. I'm hoping and would like to see if he's going to take control here in the next couple minutes to try and put this one away.
Zimmerman had a teammate going backdoor, but Kunk was there ready to help. Good eyes to not make that pass, and Coach Rosenbeck will take timeout number 3 for him. Back in a moment. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Today's scoreboard is sponsored by Layfeld Industrial Welding Supplies with locations in Coldwater and in Greenville. In this quarter, Coldwater has scored 3 points. Austin Zimmerman has scored 2 for St. Henry, and we are knotted at 37 as points have been very hard to come by here in the second half.
Absolutely, but it's been the tale of the tape. Both these defenses not willing to let the other side even sniff the rim, let alone score. And that is the one thing that's carried over out of halftime. Yes, the offenses have been up and down, having their own runs here and there, but the consistent part of this game is the aggressive defense for both teams.
Landon Schwartz throws it into the Delsite, and he goes to the rim. Little spin move in the lane. Zimmerman with another rebound, gets it stripped away, and trying to save it on the baseline was Brady Layfeld.
And right there, everything we've been talking about, from a Zimmerman rebound to Coldwater knocking it out of his hands, out of bounds, just no chance these two are going to let the other make a run to finish the game.
It's a lob in bounds to Zimmerman. He goes up inside and scores. Austin Zimmerman has 7 in the game now. 2-point lead, St. Henry. Owen Kunk, top of the circle. Here's Blockberger. His scoop shot doesn't go, but he will be fouled inside, and that will be the 4th foul of the quarter on St. Henry. So a lot of free throws coming up in this quarter for Coldwater. Max Delsite picked up his 2nd foul, and Blockberger, who's a 73% free throw shooter, made a pair of Burke Petroleum free throws early in the game. We'll get a pair right here.
And while he didn't make it, maybe this is what he needs to get him going. See the ball go in the hoop. It's been a little bit since he's done it, and when you need it most, now's the time.
17 for Blockberger. Averages 19 on the season, and rolled that one in as well, and he knocks the score up at 39. Coldwater still has 3 timeouts remaining. St. Henry's down to 2. Interesting stat. Coldwater has not committed a foul here in this quarter, and yet St. Henry's committed 4. So any fouls by St. Henry will put Coldwater at the free throw line. See Blockberger trying to be really aggressive. Here's a long 3. And the rebound's blocked by Blockberger. Not sure where he came from to get that. Here's Balin, lob pass to Kunk, and Owen Kunk finishes off a pass from Balin Blockberger.
And perfect transition right there from starting it with the block on one end, him taking it himself and finding Kunk.
A deep 3 from Landon Schwartz. 13 in the game for the freshman as he nails an ultimate outdoor 3-point field goal.
The gutsy answer by the freshman, too.
Here's Blockberger for 3. Welch rebounds. Floater in the lane. Mason Welch scores. He's got 9 now.
And he's been living close to the rim in this quarter. He knows where he needs to be at this time in the game to try and get the Cavaliers a win.
1 point lead, home team. Approaching 3 minutes to go. Whirling trying to get inside. A little jumper goes over the rim for him. And Zimmerman gets called for a rebound foul. Austin's second, but that will be free throw shots at the other end.
And that's what you get when you're aggressive on the boards. Sometimes you just catch the bad angle. And
you know, Jack, I'm a little busy trying to keep up with points and score, all that kind of stuff from these games. The next time I do a game for St. Henry, I'm going to keep track of how many rebounds that guy's got.
No kidding.
Because he gets his hands on everything.
He is getting in there, especially with it's how long he is. It's his length that he's able to just weave his way in there and corral those things.
Mason Welch misses the first of his Burke Petroleum free throws. He is a very impressive freshman, listed at 6'3". That one goes. Mason Welch becomes a double-figure scorer now with 10. And we're going to get a timeout. That will be a Coldwater timeout. 3:10 to go in the basketball game. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. We're back at the Palace here at Coldwater. A moment ago, Landon Schwartz splashed a three-point field goal, his second of the evening. Our three-point sponsor tonight is Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living in your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. So Coldwater has taken their third timeout. Each team will have 2 remaining in the basketball game. The Cavaliers lead by 2. Landon Schwartz. Where's number 33? Austin Zimmerman, where's 22? That 3 is short by Schwartz. And Blockberger will walk it up. This is going to be a 3 for Brady Layfeld that bounces around. Who hit it? Out of bounds. I think Kunk had a hand on it.
Yeah, a couple Cavaliers went up for it.
So it'll be St. Henry basketball trailing by a pair. You know what I keep thinking about when I see Austin Zimmerman, Landon Schwartz? They're going to be both about 6'4" or 6'5" next year.
And if he's rebounding, and Zimmerman's rebounding like this, it's going to be impressive in the years to come. Brady
Layfeld snatched that rebound down. Kunk gets a 3 look. He can make those, and that he does. Owen Kunk's got 9 in the game. He's got 5 made three-point field goals on the season as he nails an Ultimate Outdoor three-point goal, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point Cav lead. Almost a steal. And Welch is going to get called for a foul. That's his second. That's a good foul, Jack, because that's only the first one here of the quarter. They could be really aggressive and commit some fouls like that and not put them on the line.
Absolutely. You know, now that you have this 5-point lead, momentum's on your side. The big man's hitting threes. You can get aggressive and make sure that St. Henry's not going to get what they want.
Landon Schwartz. He hands off to Carson Herod. He's doubled up, and he has to take a timeout. 2:07 to go in the basketball game. Timeout, St. Henry. They're going to have 1 left when we come back. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. St. Henry had to use their fourth timeout, and they did so with 2:07 to go here in the quarter. Otherwise, they're going to lose the ball in a held ball trap situation, so they're going to have 1 timeout remaining to play the last 2:07. You can stream the WSN channel anytime, anywhere for only $8 per month. Download from Roku or Apple TV or sign up at app.wsn.tv. Inbounding on the side will be Austin Zimmerman. Austin looks and finally throws it up, and almost a steal by Layfeld. It was stolen by Layfeld. Tipped it to Kunk.
There's that aggressive defense we mentioned before the break. Just Cavaliers getting the double team before the break and then forcing a latent inbound pass and getting the turnover.
Ball's kicked out of bounds by Landon Schwartz. That's a 6'1" freshman with great length on the top of this zone. Trying to make it difficult to reverse. Saw him punt the basketball out of bounds right there. Looks like St. Henry may have to go man-to-man now. 5-point lead, Coldwater. Any foul puts the Cavaliers at the free throw line. Blockberger has it. Kanapke and Kunk. Approaching 90 seconds to go in this one.
The Cavaliers happy to stay patient.
Kanapke works inside and scoops up a layup. So Layfeld, scoops up a layup for his first basket. Brady Layfeld scores. His first basket came at a great time. His team leads by 7 now. Here's a deep three. Bounces around short. Welch with a rebound. And he is pushed from behind by, I think, Brody Schwartz. Let's see what the call is. It is Brody Schwartz, and it is Brody's 5th foul of the basketball game. Brody's going to foul out with 2 points and a very aggressive night for him. 6-foot senior. One of those guys that plays really hard for Coach Rosenbeck. To the free throw line will go Mason Welch. He's been there a lot here in quarter number 4. This will be his, that would be free throw number 7 that he's taken. He's made 5 of them. And this will be the 8th one right here just in this quarter. He's got 10 points and now 11. Good free throw game. He came in shooting 46% from the free throw line, Jack. He's made a living there this quarter, 6 out of 8.
Yeah, this quarter, like I said, he's known his responsibility, and he's getting the job done for this Cavalier team.
Deep three was rebounded by Kunk, and we're under a minute to go. It's a 9-point lead. Blockberger's got it. This pass goes to Layfeld. And back to Blockberger. He would love to draw contact, and he did right there on the foul from Landon Schwartz. So Balen Blockberger, who has 18 in the game, has made all 4 of his free throws this evening. We'll get a couple more Burke Petroleum free throws.
It's so impressive how Coldwater has kept their head and is able to finish these final few minutes in the way that they have.
19, right on average for Balen Blockberger. With 5 minutes to go in the game, it was tied at 37. It's been Coldwater since then. And he makes that one as well. 20 in the game for Blockberger, including all 6 of his free throws tonight. Zimmerman. He's going to get a 3 out of the corner by Delsite. Bit hard. Blockberger rebounds. And he will walk it up, and that will probably bring this one to an end.
An impressive finish for the Cavaliers in this one. Way to stay focused, and that Kunk 3 really set the momentum shift for them to finish this one out.
The Coldwater Cavaliers will go to 5-3 on the season. They are 2-0 in MAC play. They will do so with a 53-42 victory. And Jack, they were down a point with momentum going towards St. Henry in quarter number 4 with that 4-point play at the end of quarter number 3. And they come out and outscore St. Henry 19-7 in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it might be cliche, but it's that don't give up mentality. You're home. It's only your 2nd home game. You've got the fans on your side, and you didn't let this one slip away too much. And credit to Mason Welsh. He was the one that stood out in that 4th quarter, getting work done inside and getting all the hustle plays necessary to keep the Cavaliers in this one.
St. Henry goes to 4-6 on the season. They are 1-2 in MAC play. They had quarter scores of 12, 12, 11, and 7. They were led in scoring by Landon Schwartz at 13. 12 of those came in the second half, 10 from Charlie Whirling. He had 3 3-point field goals. Coldwater, quarter scores of 16, 12, 6, and 19. They were led in scoring by Balen Blockberger with 20, 12 from Mason Welch. They got 9 from Owen Kunk, including a big 5 points in that 4th quarter. And you mentioned those 8 points that came from Mason Welch all in the 4th quarter, how huge those were, particularly at the free throw line.
Oh, yeah, you needed those out of him. It's hustle. That's what it is. When you have a player like Mason Welch who doesn't have a particular job. He is a Swiss Army knife. Do you need a three? Does he need to work inside? And it seems like him and Kunk kind of shift. That fourth quarter, Kunk was working more mid-range outside. It showed on that three, and Welsh was grabbing the boards and getting the point-blank ones to go.
This win tonight keeps Coldwater in the MAC race. They have Wayne Trace here at home tomorrow night, but then they go on the road Tuesday night to a very talented Delphos St. John's team, and next Friday they will be at Versailles in MAC play. Coldwater 53, St. Henry 42. You've been watching high school basketball on WOSN.